we ever really stop to think of the reality of it? The education system pertains to everyone in this room because we are all pursuing a degree here from NDSU. Devin, Ben, and I have done extensive research on the education system and the effect it has on our youth today. The fact of the matter is that education goes very far in life. That being said, a lack of it could be detrimental not only to our youth, but also to our nation. Today, we will be talking about the issues our students are facing in the education system. First, I'll discuss the problems involved, followed by Ben talking about the cause, and lastly, Devin will talk about the solutions. And at the very end, Ben will recap what we will have told you. First, I'll be talking about the problems our students are facing in the education system. The curriculum and lack of focus on student well-being is what is causing our education system to fail. The overall curriculum for our education system is definitely not up to standard. According to Ranking America in a 2015 study, America ranks 14th in the education department. Now 14th doesn't sound that bad, but when it comes down to it, we have more resources and technology than the countries that are in front of us. This should be treated by having more kids have more cumulative exams, and so students can remember for more big exams. Also, according to Ranking America, the U.S. ranks 24th in literacy. Now, out of the 40 countries ranked, the U.S. is in the bottom half. And this is a problem because teachers don't make sure the students fully comprehend what is being read on the page, rather than the students just sounding out the words. Secondly, the lack of focus on student well-being has become a huge problem. Obesity has become one of the biggest issues in today's youth. According to CDC's most recent data, 1 out of 5 students is considered obese. With a lack of well-being and feeling good about themselves, how can we expect students to focus and succeed in the classroom? Also, failure in school has been leading to behavioral issues in the students. According to the Minnesota Department of Education, student behavior gets more violent based on punishment and failure in the classroom. This being said, by punishing kids and not truly helping them improve their behavior and ability in the classroom, their behavior will also correlate that and lead to a negative well-being overall. Now that I've discussed the problem, Ben will talk about the cause.
Thank you. Students aren't receiving enough attention to properly reach their potential. Specifically, adults need to look out for the whole well-being of their children and not just their performance in the classroom. Many parents do not spend enough time with their children, and because of this, students cannot form the proper eating habits and exercise habits that are required to live a healthy lifestyle. Furthermore, this also leads to behavioral issues in the classroom. Schools also fail to provide the support to their students. With the decline of the FACS programs in the United States, many students will never make a home-cooked meal or know how to take care of themselves. Physical education classes have also devolved into dodgeball and field games when they should be a fun and exciting way for students to learn how to exercise properly. The system is also suffering because neither the parents nor the school are prepared for the load placed upon them. As I stated before, parents don't spend enough time with their children, and this puts a significant strain on teachers that is difficult to correct over the year. According to the Journal of Prevention and Intervention in the Community, in their 2010 article, results indicated a statistically significant association between parental involvement and a child's academic performance, meaning that when parents and children don't get along, there's a significant issue in the classroom. Furthermore, government has cut a lot of funding to education in recent years. This means that classrooms are often overloaded, and many teachers have to provide materials for their students themselves. This also provides a lack of incentives for possibly new teachers who could be potentially very good in this position, but they will go find work elsewhere because there's not enough pay. And now on to the solutions.
Thanks, Ben. So to increase our students' performance and learning ability in our society, we must start in 2 places: in the school system itself and in our communities. To start, Change must occur in our school systems. One area where this must occur is in the classrooms. Matthew Lynch, in his article, 10 Reasons Why the U.S. Education System is Failing, writes that classroom sizes must decrease to better individualize the learning experience for each student. He also writes that school spending must increase to better benefit each student and their learning. Another area where this change must occur is in the teaching and disciplinary style of each teacher. As mentioned before, to reduce the unintended consequences of suspension and expulsion, teachers must adapt and think of new ways to discipline their students that don't halt and stunt their learning and educational experience. Lynch also writes that teachers must find new ways to teach their students. As children are evolving in our society and as they become more reliant on technology, teachers should try to adapt and use technology in the classroom to better engage their students. In addition, a change in our communities will also benefit students in the classroom. One area where this change must happen is in each student's family. Parents must become more engaged in the learning of their child. Learning can't stop for a student when they walk out the classroom doors, no matter what age they are. To better help this and make this happen, parents and teachers need to form a better way of communication so that parents know what their students are learning. Also, education and learning will be bettered through physical exercise and more activity from students. Catherine Hatter, in her article, How Do Sports Help Kids in School, from Livestrong.com, writes that as students become more physically active and physically fit, they develop their character and personality through social skills and hard work. Hatter also writes that as kids become more physically fit, they learn about a healthy lifestyle and how to live healthy, which they will be able to use those skills in the classroom to become more attentive, work harder, and hopefully receive better grades. I'll hand it off to Ben to conclude.
Thank you. We need to fix the problems in our education system so that we can prepare our students for tomorrow. Dakota has talked about the problems with the kids not reaching their potential. I talked about the lack of programs, the parental involvement, and the government support that are the cause of this. And Devin has talked about our solutions with both school and community changes that we can make to further improve our school system. We encourage you to be conscientious adults as you grow up, have kids, vote, move, find places with positive communities in which to raise your children. Put your children in sports. They can fully benefit from exercise. And keep this in mind as you go forth.